We are the wolf pack. Devastation
And justice
is coming. This is Helix Entertainment. For the first video, we wanted to pretty much summarize what this channel is about. This channel will have 7 types of videos that we can generally do on this channel. First is comic book content, where we will do sharing our comic books collection and what we get at the end of the month, to comic talk, where we can go and talk about comic books, to a series where we called the graphic novel series, where we take comic or graphic novels off of our bookshelf and we go read them and then talk about them. We could do comic book hunting, where we go to different comic book stores and hunt for comic books. We can do skit videos, comic book skit videos, and a series called Comic Book Legends, where we deep dive into a comic book character and give you the history from the beginning until present day of how they changed, how they've evolved, and how they became who they are today. The second type of video is gaming videos. Those are where we could play any games that we normally will play. Personally, we will never play a game on this channel that we will not normally play. So if we aren't normally going to play it, you're not going to see it on this channel. I apologize, but that's just what we want. Third is the Hydroblast Comments and Games podcast. Now that is a podcast where we can go and just for an hour, either the two of us or having some of our friends join, but we will sit there and just talk about anything and everything. So those are the first 3. The fourth type of content is 3D printing. What are we going to do with the 3D printing?
We have lots of good ideas out for 3D printing. We are going to be selling our 3D prints. We are working on a website for them. We just don't have that up at the moment. We have lots of different varieties of 3D prints. Sadly, they are only going to be in one color because that's all of our 3D printers can do at the moment. We don't have the better ones, which we did.
And we will do 3D print from slicing it to starting the 3D print to seeing the 3D print on the print bed to taking it off the print bed, taking the supports off, and the finished print. And then if we need to sand and paint it, you'll see that as well. The next type of content that Stacy here is going to explain, I am Richard, by the way, is adventure videos.
Where we go out and we go find different places to hike and take cool videos of the Pacific Northwest, because that's where we are from. And see just the beauty and the majesty of what we have to offer out here in the Pacific Northwest, the hiking trails that you can find.
And, do some photography as well. We want to basically get more people interested in coming here and not just bypassing us. We've had some YouTubers in the past couple years that went into Oregon, Eastern Oregon, from Western Oregon into Eastern Oregon into Idaho, just to bypass our state. And we thought that was very rude, that you wouldn't even come into our state a little bit. There is haunted stuff here. There is stuff to do. Yes, we're not going to be haunted adventurers. We like watching it, but we don't like to do it in person. We can tell you some of the haunted places if we come across it in our research on these places, but we will try to tell you from where we're going to a little bit of history on the place that we're going to, and we're just trying to have fun. That's our main goal, is to have fun, to do this together as husband and wife, and show off the, like my wife said, show off the beauty that the state has to offer. The next type of content is cosplay content. Whenever we get the money to get some cosplay items or items for a cosplay, or we complete a cosplay, we can do a video explaining, showing off the cosplay item, showing off what we've done so far, showing off if it's complete. And that leads into going to Comic-Cons and some other events like that. Hopefully one day we can open up a cosplay company called Eagle Creek Cosplay, where us and a couple friends can go and do cosplays at conventions, at other places, and we can just have fun with it. And the seventh type of content is when we get enough packages from you, the viewers, we will sit down and open those up on what we call a mail call video, where we just thank you for your support, thank you for sending stuff in, and stuff like that. We will try and do live streams. We will try to do live streaming video games, just us live streaming and having conversations with you guys and having fun. Those are the 7 main types of videos that you will see on this channel. Another type of video that you may see, it's not always going to happen, is motivational type videos, where we try and do some motivational speeches or something to help you get through the day if you're down. Because we've been through hard times. We're still going through hard times. But that's also called being human. I don't know anyone who isn't going through hard times right now.
Same.
You can speak to it more than I can right now, because you've had a lot of coworkers going through hard times.
Yep. Yep, I do and still do.
And it's hard to see that. I don't like seeing it. I know she doesn't like seeing it. And you can comment anytime you want on this. But we just want to try and motivate people. That is our dog. Please ignore him.
Don't mind him.
We want to try and get people to not unalive themselves. We want people to be around as long as possible, to be happy, to be nice. We don't want angry people. We see too many Karens at work. We don't like it. So we're just trying to help.
But to liven up, to change the subject for a moment, I do have a show called on Whatnot. It's a auction-based website app that you can download onto your phone, and I sell stuff on there periodically if anybody's looking for stuff on there. I have toys and other good stuff if anybody's looking for anything like that. Please come by my shows. I'd love to have you in.
It will be called Hydroblast Comics and Games. Not to be confused with the Hydroblast Comics and Games podcast, because that is the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Anything we sell on Whatnot or on our website when we get it, or Shopify, will be under Hydroblast Comics and Games. That is a way for us to be able to sell comic book, video game, and other related stuff to that.
And that'll be another place where you can also buy our 3D prints. I will be selling them on there
Yes.
as well.
And we may do some giveaways for some bigger 3D prints when we get to that point. I know one of my coworkers was asking about that, and I did want to mention that when we get more comfortable doing bigger 3D prints and a little bit more complex 3D prints, we can see about doing some giveaways. That's never not a possibility.
Yep.
We value any input that you guys have for us. Whenever you make a comment into our comment section, please keep it friendly, keep it nice. Do not roast us if we get something wrong that is comic book related or video game related that you think we got wrong, but we don't know. Because a lot of times we don't know if we're wrong. We know what we've seen, what we know going, So if we say something wrong and you want to call us out on it, yeah, you can call us out. But there's a good way and there's a bad way. Don't do the bad way. Always do the good way. And do it nice, out of being respectful to us. Because we will always try to be respectful to you guys. Anyone that subscribes to our channel, we will call our followers warriors. You guys are our warriors because you want to follow someone who wants to show off where they live, wants to do comic book stuff, wants to do gaming and cosplay and motivation and a podcast where we can just talk, and during the podcast we will take some of your comments off of some of our videos if we have any, and we can answer some of those. We will have some of our friends on our podcast to talk about anything and everything. With the comic book legends, we will be doing that with our friend Matthew. He will be our co-star for that series. And I hope you guys stay tuned. Stay tuned to our channel. and go on this crazy ride with us. Help us build this channel into a great community that we can be proud of. Because that's what we want. We both want to have our channel be a community where it's a safe space to talk and it's fun to be. Fun to be here. We can have conversations, deep conversations. When we get a Patreon and we have that set up, we will let you guys know all about the Patreon. Just like the TikTok. The TikTok is probably going to have more of the motivational stuff on it. But we're going to try to do what we can. Until next time, remember, this is Helix Entertainment. You have failed this city. Devastation
And justice
is coming. Until next time.